Okay.
Anyone have any questions? Then I propose to do weekend.
Wait, no.
Everyone happy with that? Thank you very much.
Let's do that now. Question, can you tell us
the obituaries for then the other point of SOC. A bit quickly. One of the other things we need to do at this point in the meeting is to appoint scrutineers and tellers to help us with the voting and the counting of elections later in the day. Do you have the numbers to your hand?
4 scrutineers who can't be delegates and 4 tellers who could be, but preferably not.
So we
the scrutineer is going to be out of the room for all of the motions, probably.
So we need 4 scrutineers who are people who will help with the counting of the votes, the election of the audit committee and general counsel. Those people need to not be delegates, because obviously delegates are voting in the election, they're casting votes and then counting the votes. Problematic. So are there 4 people in the room who are not delegates who would be interested in helping us to format the process and don't mind being out of the room whilst the voting is going on? So I've got 2 there and 1 there and 1 back. So for the minutes, that's Dr. Khan, Katie up on your surname, Redgrave, Owen, Cedric, Dell, and Abigail. Scrutiny. And then we need 4 tellers who are people to help us count votes in the hall while we're doing motions. Ideally, again, not delegates, but if we can't find enough people who can do this with delegates, are there people who are keen to play that vital role helping out SOC? Yes, yeah, sorry, I was thinking of it. Any others? Oh, and general counsel can do this, yes, so Ralph and Melissa and Laura. Excellent. Okay. Oh. Okay. Is there anything else that we've forgotten on SSC just before we swiftly move on to the next part of this?
Have scrutineers come over here.
Yes.
Break.
If the scrutineers could go over to the SLT table at the break and talk to SLC, that would be brilliant.
Necessary.
Yeah, brilliant and necessary indeed. Excellent. So, having rudely interrupted you, Josh, I will now hand back to you.
The obituaries of members who have passed away in the last year will hold a minute's silence, and then the envoy. Olive Kosky, Moswell Hill. Mark White, Tooting and General Secretary. Joanne Elby, Nee Brown. Anne Goward, Harrow District. Tony Billinghurst, National Secretary. Edith Rawson, bug name Lilac, Sheffield District. Adrian Hastings, Leicestershire District. Tom Dunhill, Ealing and Hammersmith. Miriam Allen, Kennington District. Catherine Braithwaite, Leeton Linslade. Graham Johnson, Birmingham and Kingsbury. Jen Collett March, and Ian Willis, Cambridge District and Darsham. Thank you. We could all stand for the envoy. This shall be the one
between us. We are one blood, you and I, and we cry peace to all, and kinship to every living thing. And we hate war and sorrow and grief, and our precious, and we shall sing the passion of you are. Please.
Just for the record.
And now we're going to have John Knox introducing the trustees' annual report.
Which I will do very briefly, but just to say we have closed nominations. We have two candidates for Standing Orders Committee, Richard Kirkwood and David Moby. Their statements on board over there, and you can read those. We have four candidates for the lay category of General Counsel. Tom Gaffigan, Pat Hunter, Melissa March, and Roland Sussman, and those four statements are all over there as well. Voting ballot box is open at reception now, and will remain open until the end of the tea break at 11 o'clock. So that's your window for democratic participation in that part of our democracy. Now we are going to formally receive the trustees' report and the annual accounts. Now, yesterday, you'll notice we did annual gathering a bit differently. So normally, I would spend a lot of time now with browsing the accounts about all the exciting things we've done. But we did a lot of that yesterday in a much more informal and engaged and participative way. So hopefully, less of me talking at you and more of you sharing things amongst yourselves yesterday, which is good. Unfortunately, though, there are still some things which I have to talk at you about. Sadly, that's the nature of being a charity and a company. I want to draw your attention to a few elements of the trustees' annual report before I hand over to Richard Robertson, the treasurer, who will present the second part of that document, the financial figures, the accounts. These documents were circulated in advance to all delegates, and there are paper copies available if haven't already picked one up, that would be available at the back there. 2013 was the first year of Woodcraft Oak as a charitable company, and that means some minor technical changes to the way we have to present this report and accounts. But much more importantly, it means that for the first time, this report encompasses everything that Woodcraft Oak does. So we're reporting on the finances and the activities of groups and districts for the first time. So everything that you do in your groups and districts used to not get counted nationally, only the stuff that happened nationally used to get counted and reported for this meeting. Now we report everything, which is brilliant because it means that we actually put into practice the motion that was passed in 2010, that's where we chose the new structure and we decided that we are one organisation, we are one charity, and we now have a legal structure that reflects that thing that we've always believed now actually reflected in our structures rather than the odd partial